of introducing one of my childhood heroes, somebody that I've been a fan of for a very, very long time. We're going to sit down and we're going to have a short conversation with Johnny Yong Bosch. Everybody give him a round of applause today.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Definitely one of my childhood heroes. Been a fan of Power Rangers, Trigun, Bleach for, oh my goodness, going on 25 years now. So this is a really cool moment for me, for sure.
Yeah, thanks man. It's been a fun ride for me too. It's been a great show. I'm just happy to be here and thankful that you guys actually like the stuff that I'm in.
For sure. So I did a poll.
Well, hang on a second. Getsu show. Getsu show.
Ah. Very cool, man.
I always have to see. You're a professional. All right.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I did a poll with some of my social media, asking a few questions people might want to ask you. And maybe I'm oblivious, but a couple people asked me to ask you how you landed the role of Vash the Stampede. And I said that was an interesting story.
Okay. Let's see. It's a long story, so short version.
Short version.
So short version, after Power Rangers, I was shooting a film with the Japanese stunt team, and they had a camera that was manufactured in Japan, but the sound guys, their equipment wasn't. And so as we were filming this movie, they didn't realize until afterwards that the audio did not sync to the picture. And so I had to go in and dub myself for this movie. And as I was dubbing myself for this movie, the producer happened to walk by, heard my voice, and he was like, "You got a good hero voice." And then he asked me to come in and audition for an animation, which happened to be Trigun, and I thankfully booked that role, and that opened the doors for me in voiceover, which was great because I had a really hard time getting a job after Power Rangers. You know, I was very fortunate to be on there as, you know, Adam, who was the Asian guy, but it was hard for me to land a role as, you know, because all I would be able to audition for was like the Asian guy, but I don't look enough Asian, you know, so it was a little difficult for me. So thankfully I got into voiceover, and once that happened, I was like, oh, okay, so I can still act. I don't have to like leave town or anything. So I just, you know, dug my heels in and was like, all right, I guess I'm doing voiceover. Yeah.
That actually segues into something else I was curious about. So transitioning from acting to doing voiceovers professionally, what was that transition like? Was there a big adjustment? Because I've had the pleasure of interviewing a bunch of people that went from voiceovers to transitioning into live acting. What was that adjustment like for you?
Well, it was, like I said, basically I had a couple of years where I didn't work. I didn't have a job. And so I thankfully knew the stunt guys, and they wanted to shoot a little action film, and they knew that I could do stunts and stuff. So they brought me on, and thankfully the audio got screwed up, and thankfully the producer happened to walk by, and thankfully I booked that role, and thankfully I could keep doing voiceover. It's just all complete fluke. I tripped and fell into voiceover, and there's a time when I was virtually homeless. I was living with whoever would let me stay with them. I had a broken cot, 2 trash bags full of clothes, and a guitar. And I was teaching myself how to play the guitar and playing. I ended up starting a band in that time. But then, once I got into voiceover, I was like, well, I could still act. It's just going to have to be this way for now. And so I just did that, you know, and committed myself completely to that. The transition was, you know, it was difficult. But going from on camera, and I didn't really call myself an actor then because I didn't really know what I was doing. I was a martial artist that, you know, was on a show, and it was like slowly as the seasons progressed, realizing that I need to be an actor, you know. And then I started to focus on that stuff, but it really didn't focus on acting until I got into voiceover, because it was all acting. There's no like, you can't fake it, you know, you can't just do some martial art moves and be okay. No, I had to be able to act, and so that really was like, it was just school for me. It was voiceover and learning how to dub and all that stuff.
It's really, that's really cool to hear, because I'm sure there's people out there that, like me, some of their most, I see Ichigo Kurosaki on a t-shirt right there. Some of the most beloved anime characters are Ichigo and Vash the Stampede, and to hear how you became the voice of those characters by complete just happenstance situation back to back to back is It's really, really interesting and really cool. Speaking of Vash, I have something special that you told me to bring up here.
It, man.
I don't know if you guys know, but they just now, after the Funko Pop community requesting it for a decade, came out with a Vash the Stampede Funko Pop. And shout out, I don't know where you are, but shout out to Andrew. He ran to Hot Topic yesterday and bought me one of these and brought it here. And Johnny told me to bring it on stage, and he was going to autograph it.
For you.
That is so cool. That is something that, as a Funko community, we've been asking for Vash the Stampede forever. And it literally just came out today, so really, really cool. Keep your eyes open for those in the future, and then get him to sign one. You know, hopefully he'll come back to Collecticon Dallas Fort Worth next year. Dude, that is awesome. Really, really
They've got
cool.
3 of them.
Yes.
They've got this one, they've got one with glasses, and then they just announced one with a donut.
Yes. So, and there's actually 4.
There's
so there's the
one?
chase version of that with the glasses, the donut, and there's one more. I think I forget the little cat's name. But there's another one that comes with a little cat. It's an exclusive to like Box Lunch or something like that. So
okay, well there's 4 then.
So the way Funko does
And
things.
this is yours?
That's
or should I give it to somebody?
That was mine. Dude, thank you so
Let
much.
that dry.